This is a reading for Leo. Oops. Knocked over some cards. Some rooster out there may see some red flags that are abusive. But we're not doing moon cards today. We're going to be doing love readings. Love readings at least until a delivery of mine comes in. Leo. If you have a Leo sun, a Leo moon, a Leo rising, do you have Leo 7th house, Leo Venus? Then this is a reading for you. I am getting over a cold, so I might pause here and there I will pause to get some water. I might also pause to cough and not have sounds of, gross coughing sounds in the background. If I don't unmute myself when that happens, let me know. Apparently, I've been rambling on with the mute button on. Unless you just want to see the cards and feel my intentions, that works too. Up to you. Just fair warning. Also, too, if you're watching this and you have Leo in your sun, moon, and rising, but your Venus and 7th house energy is in a different sign, check out those other love readings. If they're not out yet, keep an eye out. As time permits, I will attempt to do all 12. I'm halfway there. Also, too, Leo, if you appreciate my time in doing this video, do give me a thumbs up. These readings take anywhere from an hour. Sometimes they take 2 hours to do. And when you multiply that times 12, that's a lot of time. So let me know if you'd like to go and see this repeated next month. Also, too, Leo, I won't be time-stamping this, so if you're watching this after the fact, just jump ahead or jump back. I will say that this reading is actually 13 readings in one. Hello, Purple Lika. I haven't done the Capricorn love readings yet, but there is Capricorn love subjects that I've done for about 5 signs so far. But welcome. These readings will be 13 readings in total. First one is going to be a general reading on love. Second reading is going to be the 12 zodiac sign breakdown. The love reading is going to be about 20 minutes, so if you want to skip ahead, just skip ahead about 20 minutes. And then the love readings themselves, they go anywhere from 2 minutes to 5 minutes to maybe 7 minutes apiece. But Capricorn is on the agenda. So far, the earth signs, I believe I just got Virgo. I have Taurus and Capricorn yet to do. Also, Lika, check out your Venus sign. These readings also apply to your Venus sign and 7th house energies. So, Leo will begin. I guess we'll definitely begin. Hot. Leo, would you have it any other way? Do I have a moon behind here? I do. I have soulmate energy here for you, Leo. Now I'm curious. Someone's going to be quite taken with you, Leo. That person is going to have soulmate energy. And by all accounts of what I see here, looks like a new person. See, something about this is just going to go and hit that other person really deep. That's a strong Ace of Wands. Someone is going to be a very enthusiastic, very passionate, very eager, not afraid to go and acknowledge and act on their feelings. We'll find out more. King of Pentacles. The Star. And Queen of Swords. Leo, it's up to you, first of all, to go and set boundaries. Don't let people, just because they are so taken with you, Leo, don't let their admiration gain more ground with you than what you feel comfortable with or what you would like. In other words, Leo, don't be subject to flattery. Don't be swept away by the feelings. Because I feel like in this energy, Leo, this person who's coming here definitely could go and overstep their boundaries. Also, too, Leo, let me go and say with this connection that I have, this soulmate energy, and excuse me, connection that I have here, Leo. Just wait for the kitty to go by. Okay, move. Cat walks by and my brain just emptied. Then he's putting his tail on my arm, which I have to admit, I'm actually I do like that. He's like, oh, he put a paw on me, he put a tail on me. Such simple things that cats can do to make us feel all special. Anyway, what was I going to say about this as well in Queen of Swords energy? Keep your boundaries. Enthusiasm could have the other person sort of running all over. Don't be subject to flattery. Oh, yes. And did I say keep your head about you? Just because you feel that soulmate energy, even more of a reason, Leo, to be very calculating. Don't have your head up in the stars, Leo, because the person who's coming towards you, they are quite dreamy. Don't be dreamy as well, Leo. Someone has to provide structure. King of Pentacles, the Star, and Queen of Swords. Shall we start with the Star? Star, I have Emperor. Hello, I am. Welcome. Thank you for the heart. So the Star has Emperor. Actually, too, let me go and say, Leo, I have really strong Aries energy that's piling up here. Ace of Wands is Aries, the Emperor is Aries. This person could have significant Aries placements. Also, too, with the Emperor and Ace of Wands, this person is someone who doesn't need much persuasion to act on something at first sight. This person doesn't feel like they have to go and plan and this and that. If something feels right, this person will just go ahead and explore it. Very immediate. And Seven of Wands, which is Leo energy. It really is important, Leo, in this connection that I'm getting for you to set boundaries. I feel like that's the main part of the main message that I have here. You have someone who's coming up to you. This person does have strong soulmate energy to you. Things could progress quite quickly if you allow it. Also, too, if you allow it, however, this person will have a tendency to overtake, to encroach on your boundaries. This person will push and push and push. And it's not even like in malicious energy either, Leo. It's just that this person will get carried away. And if you don't put brakes on it, on their enthusiasm, I feel like they could just railroad you over, or they'll attempt to. Let me say too, Leo, Emperor, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This person's very immediate. This person doesn't really think that much. This person acts first and then maybe, does some reflection. But very obstinate energy, very stubborn energy. All the more reason if you allow this person to encroach upon your boundaries, your comfort level. They could get comfortable with that, or that could be their natural. Like once a pattern is established, this person could then just continue and expect to have things their way. Very important to maintain your boundaries. I will throw one card on King of Pentacles and one card on Queen of Swords. Thank you for the like. So King of Pentacles gets a 5 of Pentacles. That's basically why this person too. I guess I could pull one more card. I was going to say this is another reason why this person is going to be so eager to move on you, and also to not really aware of hello, Shireen. Hello. It's another reason why this person will jump on you so quickly is because they have been starved. Emotionally starved, relationship starved, single. They could be single. I feel like this person had some disappointments in a connection that they did have a lot of hopes on. And since it hasn't turned out the way they wanted it to, King of Pentacles has sort of been taking it slow themselves. But anyway, that's the reason why this love connection is going to be so vivid, so passionate, so strong. And this person will not have an adequate respect for your boundaries, only because they're starved. I had the sun that fell out, but we already know it's a Leo reading. I'll throw one card on Queen of Swords. Ooh. Queen of Swords clarified by a 3 of Swords. Very strong Libra energy here. Overall, in terms of signs, still the strongest is Aries, and it's actually Libra, then Aries, followed by Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces. Those placements could be significant to either you or them. Queen of Swords. It's only into serious things. Yes, this person, I think that's the bottom of the deck energy, by the way, is a 10 of Cups. So, Leo, if you are seeking a perfect partner, Leo, a perfect partner in which you live together, work together, grow together in harmony, a person who's right on your wavelength, Leo. It's very important that when you meet someone and you go and get that initial soulmate energy, especially with what I have right here, that you don't allow yourself to be carried away by the moment. Leo, I don't know if you've done that before with this type of energy that's coming in there, but you have probably allowed yourself to be carried away by other people's situations, whether it was too much trust. I don't know, something went down here. And it does revolve around trust. You gave trust and something didn't turn out well. I'm not going to dive into it. I'm not going to feel it. It doesn't matter. What does matter, Leo, is that now take cautious steps. I mean, Leo, you're seasoned, you're experienced, you know exactly what you want. And Leo, I guess that's just the basic thing here. You know what you want, how you want it. And no matter who is presented to you, Leo, don't lose your head. Because rest assured, that other person in King of Pentacles energy, they actually can't see straight. Let me put it that way. They'll be so thrilled with a connection, so into, thank you for the like. Hello, Champagne. They'll be so into the connection, so into the, and thank you for the like. They'll be so into the connection, so into the passion, they literally won't see straight. And I think they'll just be like, too, like, well, I like you. What's the issue? What's the problem? So somebody needs to keep their head. We'll get into the 12 sign breakdown now. Thank you. All right. Let that sound out. Still is echoing a little bit. So this portion is the heart chakra energy. If you wanted to give it a color, the pink auric energy. The energy of affection is primarily what I am going after. That affection could, of course, grow into romantic energy or be in romantic energy. That affection could grow into platonic energy. So you can consider this for friends and current romantic partners, hopeful romantic partners, or former romantic partners, if that person's on your mind. Could be someone who you're currently speaking to, could be someone who you're not speaking to, but maybe you're feeling them. Of course, if you're feeling them, it's just not your thoughts. There is a connection there, a vibration. We just don't need words to communicate. We just don't need phones to communicate. We don't need letters to communicate. We know that. Anyway, so yeah, keep that in mind. And of course, this is their energy towards you. So Leo, the first element we're going to start off with is air. We're going to start off with Gemini. I'm sad that I was right about the Libra, because just the energy of that Libra isn't good. And I think it's a shame when we're dealing with people who are not good. And then he'll probably go and contact you in a little bit and invite you out somewhere. Pathetic, right, Charlie? Pathetic. The main thing is just know that with that Libra is playing games, that Libra is not over with you, that Libra has been seasoned with what he does, and that Libra is doing this training. Jay, I could swear you've asked that before. If you're the same Jay that was messaging me maybe last Saturday, you definitely can ask a question, especially before I start pulling for Gemini. But I am going to need a donation. Yeah, Shireen, he's trying to mold you. It's nasty stuff. He's trying to shape you like putty. So, Jay, if you want to have that question answered, I need a little bit of love shown my way, Jay. My channel isn't monetized. I do depend upon viewer support. Yeah, it's always an odd thing when you start revealing what you need to someone. And then the way that they act because of that. You can really see so much about them, because especially too, the way that they go and they offer their help. Channel telepathic songs. Are you getting a song in your head, Charlie? I haven't done channeled songs yet. I'm more of a feeling type of person. But I have been doing just since 2003 sound healing and voices that way. Well, I could take a look for you, Charlie. I could definitely take a look for you. Yeah, it was funny when I spent 2 years ago, I spent it at a spiritual center for a year. I was a resident. And I was going there initially to learn yoga and do yoga for theoretically the whole year. And I attended just by whim a sound healing session, and I got so obsessed with that. And then I attended some Sanskrit lessons in the Sanskrit mantras and so forth, and the whole thing about vibration and sound. And that also really got me hooked on that. It was interesting. Just the things that you don't really, I mean, I would never be drawn to that if I didn't come upon that by happenstance. Okay, Charlie, yeah, if you want, tell me about the 2 songs that are in your head. Send a little love over and we can take a look if you'd like. Tell me about the 2 songs. And we'll take a look. I definitely think that, what's the right word to say? I think that when there are linkages between people, you can definitely transmit information. So you can transmit actual feeling. I think you can transmit also to imagery. And you can definitely transmit words. I do believe you can transmit music as well. I also think you can transmit smells as well. Snoop Dogg, beautiful, and 500 miles I'm going to be. Charlie, do me a favor. And if you can, there could be a limit on the chat window. But copy like the first stanzas of both of those songs. And I'll take a look for you. That's a beautiful gift. Okay. It sounds good. I'm going to go and get some water in a moment, too. I'll be back in a second. Okay. All right. And now do the first stanza of 500 miles I'm going to be. I think I saw a commercial with Snoop Dogg recently. I'm trying to remember what it was. Instead of putting the radio on, I've been keeping cable on. Although now I've been keeping it on Turner Classic Movies where they have no commercials. So I got tired of all the gross pharmaceutical commercials. They're like this ailment, that ailment, this ailment, and food, this ailment, that ailment, etc., etc. And like they should not be together. Ailments and side effects, and then saying, "Aren't you hungry?" Okay. Ah, yes, I know those. Okay. Okay, nice, Shireen. Shireen, send a little love over my way, and I'll see about both these songs. And I'll be back in a second. I'll actually be back in one more second. Okay. So yeah, send a little love over, Shireen, and I'll go and pull on both of them. I'll see the energy around both songs, see if they're from the same person, if they are from different people, and what are the meanings behind it. I'll see if they're from Hazel from both of them, and then I'll see. I'll take a deep look at that. I'll see if they're from Hazel. If not, then who? And the energy around them. Thank you, Charlie. Hello, Brooke. I hope you're doing well today. That's good. Where I am, well, I'm enjoying a quiet day myself here before tomorrow. I have to run around and do some errands. Waiting for Friday. Something good happening on Friday? Are you ready for the week to be over that quickly? Well, Brooke, do enjoy Wednesday. Do enjoy Thursday. Think about it this way too, Brooke. I forgot the energy around Wednesday. If Monday is moon energy, Tuesday is Aries energy, Wednesday could be Mercury energy. No. Yeah, it could. Yeah, I think Wednesday is Mercury energy. Oh. Well, sending you all the best wishes then, Brooke. That is quite an occasion. Giving you two thumbs up, Brooke. Well, Friday is a perfect day in that regard, seeing how Friday is a day of Venus, the energy of care, love, beauty, comfort. In that case, Friday is a beautiful day for that. Also, to the divine feminine energy. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie, I'll be back in just 1 minute. Thank you, Charlie. All right. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. And I'm going to move this cat away, even though he doesn't want to, but there's no room. There literally is no room. Move, move. Go on, Coachy, move. He says, I don't want to move. Move. Coachy, go. Go on. No, 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 move. Says he wants to stay, but there's no room. There literally is no room between the camera to my hand. Come on, little Coachy, move. Move. Go on, move. Well, first of all, the fact that my cat did not want to move, I'm going to go and say it's stubborn energy that's around here. So telepathic songs, you want to know who is it from? Let's first do the Snoop Dogg Beautiful. Snoop Dogg Beautiful song. First we're going to see, is it from Hazel? Is it from someone other than Hazel? Okay, so yeah. Snoop Dogg Beautiful is sent by Hazel. Of course, you know the tower is also Scorpio energy. It's Hazel. Let's go and see about the 500 miles, and then we'll see the meanings. It's definitely him with Beautiful Miles. And then we'll take a look into the meanings with Snoop Dogg's Beautiful and 500 Miles. If you feel it, especially if you feel it, It's happening. 500 miles. Is it Hazel? Actually, I want to pull from here. Is it Hazel? Or is it somebody else? Somebody else. You have somebody else too. Somebody's trying to get your attention. Somebody in Emperor energy who feels like they've been overshadowed or overlooked. "500 miles" is someone else. I have Aries. I do read my queens also too as cardinals, so my Queen of Wands would be Aries. Aries in Aquarius energy. Libra energy. But I feel if this person has strong Aries and Aquarius energy, that Libra energy is there, but there's really strong Aries. Still say strong fire, strong air. Let's go and see. Only if, check, does he have, oh yeah, you don't know yet. This person has strong Aries energy. Strong Aries placements. Let's go and see. I feel like it's a new energy, though. It's a new energy trying to get your attention. Oh, he has Aries placements. Okay, well, it definitely is Aries placements. Because my Queen of Wands is Aries. I read my queens as cardinals. Queen of Wands is Aries. Emperor is Aries. Fool is Aquarius. Fool is trying to get your attention. Of course, with that, actually, let me just go and pull these out one more time. One moment. I'm curious now about something. Let me go and pull my cards out that I had. I had Fool. I had Tower. I had Eight of Pentacles. And I had Emperor. Yes, he does. He really does. Emperor. Let me get him, pull out Emperor. Where did Emperor go? Emperor. There's something I want to see here. One moment. Let me go and find my Emperor. Where did he go? Well, we know that there's an Emperor. For some reason, my Emperor is escaping me. Okay, well, we'll just imagine an Emperor. We all know what Emperor energy looks like, what an Emperor is. The Emperor did vanish. No car. Oh, there we go. Okay, Emperor. Emperor was hiding. Emperor. Beautiful and 500 miles. He said he had Aries placements. Do you know where his Aries placements are? I'm just curious. This is very stubborn energy. Very stubborn energy and to get your attention. Tower and Eight of Pentacles working to get your attention. Okay. Well, this literally is working for a goal, working for something big. And as I said, this energy is all about getting your attention. I do feel those are relevant, so actually I'm going to keep them up. I usually just fold them back just in case. Like, well, I have other decks I could use, but I only have one black deck. So, and I love this deck. The beautiful song, well, the beautiful song is about working for a goal, working for a big goal, dedication, and to make a big enough surprise. This person is working for something also too, a huge goal that it's almost like climbing a mountain or knowing like, one day I'm going to go and reach that pinnacle point. And this person knows that there's 12 steps to go and do that. But this is actually all about working to get your attention. Both songs together feed into that. I'm going to pull a little bit more. So the Tower. The Tower was beautiful. An Eight of Pentacles. I have the Devil. Hard at work. Hard at work. And a surprise. There's a surprise for you, of course. A Five of Cups is Scorpio energy. Hard at work. So much effort put out already. So much more effort yet to go. Pulling for both the Tower and Eight of Pentacles. The Devil, Magician, and Three of Pentacles. Lots of work here as well. Dedicated to the cause. Also, too, there is this whole element about surprises. There's an element, too, of agenda, but it still is hard at work for a goal, hard at work for a surprise. Also, too, High Priestess is an interesting card. It's a Piscean card, but it's a card that also resonates and has, I think, equally strong overlap with Cancerian energy, with Scorpio energy. And with that High Priestess energy being of water. And the fact that the High Priestess is also often paired sometimes with Hierophant as her natural partner. Sometimes I've heard people say that the Hermit is her natural partner. And then, of course, the Magician is her natural partner. I guess it all just depends on how you feel about the cards in general. And the messages, I always see the Magician and the High Priestess being a pair as well. They're like the arcane pair. And also, too, one operates with tools, one operates outside, one operates in the daylight, and the other one operates internally. The other one thinks and meditates. The other one operates internally, right? There's all these yin and yangs going on here. But to me, those are the reasons, some of the reasons why I've always seen, one studies and one applies. in terms of knowledge. So I always see these as a pair. This also calling that out as well. But yeah, I have beautiful. The meaning behind that is somebody is working for a goal, and that goal looks like for teamwork. They're working to deepen the connections. That's beautiful. Somebody is working for the goal, well, to be with you, but moreover than that, Charlie, someone's working for the goal of getting your attention. There is travel here too. A little surprise. Surprises. You have surprises. Big surprises. Excuse me. Really big surprises. But that's what the beautiful energy is. That is working, somebody hard at work towards you, for teamwork. I do have, as I said too, that High Priestess energy back in the bottom of the deck, and this energy all about getting your attention. Queen of Wands, the Fool, Four of Swords, the Moon. Hazel is thinking, Shireen. Hazel is currently having some very pacific thoughts in his head. I almost wonder in this energy, could he be planning also a trip towards your area? Especially too, you know how they say with between the UK and the US, how it's like the other side of the pond. Well, we do have a pond, we do have a stream, we do have sides. Of course, the moon is also Cancerian and Piscean energy. And of course, that Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy again. You know, in this energy, working to get your attention, I do think there are some plans to meet. Plans to meet and how to make that happen. The movement here is more on his end. Like, I don't necessarily see in this energy, well, there could be a surprise of giving you a ticket. You're divorcing a Scorpio. You know, it's funny, Brooke. I have a client who's a Scorpio male, and he told me last week that he's getting a divorce. His wife, a Libra, told him that she wanted out. Yeah, so I just thought it was funny that you said this Scorpio, because divorcing a Scorpio, because it seems like it's the second piece of news I've heard, you know, within a week, less than a week, of divorcing. Oh, really? If it's not a surprise ticket, it could be him coming towards you, or he's planning a visit. Some kind of collaboration is in the works. Some sort of surprise is in the works. He's thinking the thoughts. He's also more than thinking the thoughts. He is actually putting some some resources, some dinero behind it. He's doing some movements. He is doing some work. I think he is calculating. He's doing some work. He is putting some something aside for that surprise, and it does feel like it actually has a tangible amount. I just don't know if he's planning on coming over to see you, or if he's like going to go and surprise you with you coming over to him, or he's going to surprise you with him coming over to meet you. But he's planning that. Let me put it this way, he's thinking about that. He's been working. He has some resources towards that. He's working towards that. He's exploring it, and he's actually exploring it with some I don't know, he's setting aside something, time, money, towards that. And he's thinking, lots of thoughts. Pretty serious in this energy. I think he's just wondering how exactly to do it, how to make those movements. But there is a surprise that's coming your way. There is a tension also too that he's putting. There's something coming your way from him. He's plotting something. You know, this energy is him working towards a surprise for you. This energy feels a little bit like, especially with this Queen of Wands here, this almost feels like him coming to visit you. But perhaps there's still a possibility that he could go and present. In this energy, he could present a ticket towards you. He could be coming towards you. He's thinking a whole lot about that. Also, too, what would that entail? How would that work? But those are all thoughts. He is actually thinking first about making the move. That's what I have for you. But very funny, Brooke, about, I mean, not funny, ha, but funny in terms of synchronicity and serendipity type of way. Ah, you did. I could see why he would keep an eye out for you. He did? He did? He did say that he's traveling to the UK? I definitely get movement. Feels more like his movement coming towards you. And I get surprise. I get wanting your attention. Oh, I think you played both of those two, the pinup energy and then the almost siren energy. I thought you did both of those quite well. He does. And as we know from yesterday, primarily verbal tricks. He has verbal tricks and spiritual tricks. Interesting. Well, I feel like in that reading that I just did, he's thinking a whole lot about the logistics. There is a surprise for you, and he has currently put aside with that working. I feel like it's just not him working with nothing there. He has some sort of he has some dollars down. I'll put it that way. He has some dollars around that he's wondering how to best utilize that. How much more would he need? And how would he play it out? Yeah, that's very specific. Yeah, but that's the energy that I have right now. I think that he's still planning it, still thinking it, but he has put some money aside towards it. And he's just wondering what to do about it and how much more he would need. Yes, he wants to surprise you. He's going to surprise you some way. And I don't think he's necessarily in this energy too. It's not like if I got the Seven of Cups in the main energy, I would almost think maybe he's going to go and send you a gift. But in the energy that I got there, I don't think he's going to be sending you a gift through the mail. I think, well, also too, think about that reading yesterday, coming to see you. That was the primary message of that reading, coming to see you. And then we just went down and clarified. And Beautiful and 500 Miles are also very Pacific songs. I mean, you could have heard or felt any other tunes. Well, I feel that there is money being put aside for your benefit. How that money is going to be used, I don't know. As I said, I don't know if it's going to be given to you in a ticket, if it's going to be him visiting you, but it definitely won't be, I don't think, an overseas gift or, a gift sent in the mail. It's going to be something much more personal. You're 26th, right? Ah, the 29th. Well, they say a good woman can look anywhere from 20 years older to 20 years younger, just depending on how she dresses and what kind of makeup she wears and how she acts and so forth. Of course, you can look at some of the celebrities that are out there and the harsh makeup that they put on themselves and etc. They also age themselves. When I forgot if I was 12 or 14, maybe I was 16. I remember that maybe I was 12. I'm not sure. I forget. Somewhere around that age. And my mother had this friend who was a French woman, and she was divorced from her husband, and her kid lived in France. And her daughter was coming over with a father, and her daughter was coming over to visit her. And the way that her daughter acted, I thought her daughter was younger than me, but I couldn't understand. She was like encouraging me to wear a bikini, and she was all very like, wear these clothes that I thought like, no, like, like girls my age shouldn't wear this. Girls my age definitely shouldn't be wearing this. And I think she was something like 18 or 20. She was she was about a good 6 or 8 years older than me. But I really thought she was younger than me. Well, you don't have to be scared. Every age is good as long as you're smart. That's how I see it. But I just never forgot about how I was, I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 14 and 12 and 16. And this girl was so much older than me. And she was so fresh. I think that was the thing that about her. She had no attitude about her, no swag. And I think even in at least, the US, when you walk down the streets and you deal with maybe, I don't know what she was dealing with in France, but you have to have like a certain sort of tough exterior, right? The girl boss energy, or don't bother me energy. I'm walking in my own way. Don't get into my space. And I think the thing about her too was that she was so fresh and open that she didn't have that hardness as well of like, this is my boundaries, stay away. She was very, very fresh. I think, like, at least for America, I do think America ages women very fast because they put all this pressure. And then also to the standards, right? You pluck your eyebrows, you cut your hair this way, you wear this sort of clothes, you wear that kind of makeup, you wear that color scheme of makeup, you wear these type of clothes. If you're going to the office, you wear these type of colors. You should be doing this by that age, that by this age. You should be eating this. You should be drinking that. When you socialize, you should be socializing in these type of ways. Yeah, and I think it's because of all those things. Because there's just all this conformity of what to do and how to do it. And I think it's just pressure, 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 pressure. I mean, even too with like the fashions, people are there adopting fashions and wearing them, whether or not they go for their body type. People go and copy their hairstyles of their favorite celebrities without realizing or thinking about what would look best on them. Things like that. And then again, the pressure of having to appear hard. Because if you're soft, then you'll be walked all over. Things like that. The songs do go well together. Brooke, what day is your birthday coming up? 920. That's interesting energy. There are some things about numerology of people who are born on the 20th days of the month, how they have strong intuition. Also, not to say it in a negative connotation or anything like that, but high spiritual frequency as well. One of those dates where they say the dates of, I don't quite like to say this word because I think the connotation gets construed, but, we're on a psychic channel. We all do our own work of the witch. The one who works not just with the seen, but also the unseen, the one who feels. The one from the bloodlines and the energy condensing. The date of people born the 20th have that. What song was that, Brooke? Man on the Run. Would you like to take a look and see why? I can pull for you if you'd like. Send a little love over. And we could take a look at, if you want to see who sent it or why. Oh, I'd be more than happy to. Just send a donation over either through Cash App or buy me a coffee. And we'll explore the song's energy. Who sent it? What's the meaning? Or if it was why it came to you. And I think that's one of the things about right now. All these things are going on. Everybody's also like tightening everything down with memorizing 500 passwords, and now we're having all this automation stuff going through. But I do think that they're only doing that, or maybe because they're doing that likewise people are getting more and more in touch with the fact that what we see is not all that is. There's so much more that we have yet to see. I'm going to be back in just a minute. I'll be back in 1 second. I just need to go and check on a delivery that's coming. Oh. Hi, Brooke. No worries, Brooke. When you're able to, let me know and I'll go and pull a reading. Just pay what you can when you're ready. When you have a little bit extra you can spare. And when you're ready and you can send a little love this way. I'll be more than happy to go and pull based on what you can afford. No worries. So I'll probably go and divide up the other. We'll definitely go and, like, focus on, spend some time, whatever would be your own way of meditation and practice. Also, too, on the subject of, let's say, attraction and relationships and so forth. I do think there's some sort of energy with Venus and Pluto that are happening right now. And that the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th are dates to draw, grow, center your natural magnetic attraction to others. It's like a day to go and have the most positive affirmations you can for yourself and how you project to others and what you want to attract to you, who you want to attract to you, what do you want to attract to you. Because there's a Pluto and Venus transit that's happening. Something to keep in mind, and something that you can go and practice in your own way. Just let your heart lead you. What do you feel like doing and how? As for my delivery is not coming. Still being shipped. It's supposed to arrive within the next 2 hours. My groceries. So I think with this reading, unless there's any other questions, I'm going to go and do the 12 sign Leo. You can catch me on there. I just noticed you can see my hair. Funny. Anyway, catch you later. Bye-bye.